All right, so if you've been working with Swift UI for a bit, you're probably pretty comfortable with the basics, right? You're using VStacks and HStacks to build some really clean UIs. But what happens when your app starts to grow? What happens when you go from showing just a few items to a few thousand? That's when things get interesting, and that's when we need to think beyond the basics. And this right here is the crucial question. It's what separates a student project from a professional, scalable app. Because that simple VStack you wrapped in a scroll view, it's going to hit a wall, and it's going to hit it hard with a large data set. The app will lag, it'll stutter, and it'll drain the battery. So how do we build UIs that stay snappy and responsive no matter how much data we throw at them? To handle that kind of scale, we have to move past those beginner layouts. It's time to level up and explore the more powerful tools that SwiftUI has designed specifically for performance. We're talking about real-world problems here, you know? Things like displaying massive collections of data from an API, making sure the user can scroll through it all without a hitch, and handling views that are created on the fly. These are the exact scenarios where SwiftUI's advanced layouts become absolutely essential. The secret sauce, the real magic that makes all of this possible, is a concept called lazy loading. And trust me, understanding this is a total game changer for building high-performance apps. Now, don't let the word lazy fool you. It's actually incredibly smart. It just means SwiftUI does the absolute minimum work necessary at any given moment. So instead of creating all 10,000 of your views the second the screen loads, it only creates the handful that are actually visible on screen. It's kind of like reading a book one page at a time, instead of trying to print and hold the entire novel at once. It's just efficient. And the difference this makes is night and day. Without lazy loading, your app's memory usage just skyrockets and performance grinds to a halt. But with it, only the visible items even exist in memory. Your app stays lean, it stays efficient, and that scrolling stays buttery smooth. Okay, so how do we actually do this lazy loading thing? Well, SwiftUI gives us a fantastic toolbox. Our three main containers for this are List, Lazy VStack, and Lazy VGrid. First up is List. Honestly, for any simple, vertically scrolling collection of data, this should probably be your starting point. It's incredibly fast, and it handles a ton of optimizations for you, right out of the box. Things like scrolling and how it reuses cells behind the scenes. It just works. But what if you want something a bit more custom? You know, like those cool card-based feeds you see in social media apps? That's where Lazy VStack comes in. You do have to put it inside a scroll view yourself, but in exchange, you get total freedom to style your rows exactly how you want. And finally, for any time you're thinking in terms of a grid, photo galleries, app dashboards, product catalogs, you're going to want Lazy VGrid. This is your specialized tool for building those flexible, multi-column layouts that can beautifully adapt to different screen sizes. So here's a little cheat sheet to help you decide. Use List when you just need a simple, performant list. Grab Lazy VStack when you want to build a custom vertical layout with full styling control. And reach for Lazy VGrid for anything that needs an adaptive grid. Picking the right tool for the job is half the battle. All right, so our app is fast now. Awesome. But we can still make the experience better for the user. A fantastic way to do that with large amounts of data is to organize it into clear, scannable sections. And the great thing is, our layouts can now handle this complexity without even breaking a sweat. I mean, this is all about making your app feel intuitive, right? Just think about your contacts app, how it's grouped by the first letter of the name, or a to-do list that's grouped by project. Sections break up that massive, intimidating wall of data and make it instantly usable for your user. Okay, let's kick it up another notch. There's another pro technique that works perfectly with these lazy layouts, loading content dynamically. Instead of trying to fetch all 10,000 items from our server at once, we can load them in smaller batches as the user scrolls. This is how you get that infinite scroll effect. So how does this magic work? Well, it's actually a really elegant little pattern. As the user scrolls down, we can place a special view near the end of our current list. When that view appears on screen, we use the dot on appear modifier to trigger a function. That function goes off, fetches the next chunk of data, adds it to our array, and SwiftUI just smoothly updates the UI. It's simple, powerful, and users love it. So, as we start to wrap this up, I really want you to lock in this one idea. Performance is not just some techie behind-the-scenes detail. Performance is a feature. A slow, janky app feels broken, and a fast, responsive app feels high quality. It's a core part of the user experience. So what are the golden rules? Here are the big takeaways you should burn into your brain. For any large data set, always, always use a lazy layout. Keep your individual views small and focused. And please, avoid doing heavy calculations right inside your view's body property. These habits will make you a much stronger developer, and your apps so much better. Look, by getting a handle on these lazy layouts, you've basically unlocked a new level in your app development skills. You're no longer limited to a dozen or so items. You can now build apps that handle real-world, massive data sets without compromising on that amazing user experience. So the only question left is, now that your layouts are fast and scalable, what incredible data-rich experience are you going to build next?